Well, Happy New Year, guys. Happy 2017, and it's been a bit of a while since I posted that Blu-ray news video. A little longer than I usually like to go without posting a video, but unfortunately, the season got to me, and I got down with the cold, with sinuses and chest congestion and all this other crappy junk clogging up my system and making me feel bad, despite the fact that I still had to go to work and earn a living. So it's been a tough time the last week and change, trying to get myself back up on my feet and on track to where I can project to you guys, because I lost my voice for like a day or whatnot. But now I'm back. I'm feeling good, about like 95%, just a little bit of stuff left over. But that means I'm back here. I'm going back to producing videos. I got a couple things lined up for you guys. And the first thing that's going to be kind of worked on here is that a couple of weeks ago, about 2 weeks ago, I actually began shooting, about 80-90% of it, a review of Michael Mann's Heat. And this is one that's been coming for a long time, because I even remember 2 years ago I promised a review of Manhunter and The Insider and whatnot, and I just never got around to this stuff. Now I'm getting very much focused on that type of movie, because I've been doing a lot of the big blockbuster type of stuff, the big fun type of stuff, the genre movies, stuff like that, but I really want to just... I felt so good watching Heat again a couple of weeks ago that just like it felt so refreshing to me. So it felt so much like because so much of Michael Mann's stuff was so inspirational for why I ended up doing the types of independent films I was doing, the stuff I was writing, the stuff I was shooting, the stuff that never got shot or completed or whatnot. But it was so influential to me that it just felt so good to revisit something like that. It just sparked so many things. It just felt so much different, so much like I really wanted to get to it. So a couple of weeks ago, I did shoot the majority of it, but at a certain point, it got about like 2:30 in the morning, as it ends up being. It's a 3-hour film, so it takes about like 5 or 6 hours block of time for me to actually watch the film and do the review and all this stuff. So I got most of it shot, but I decided at the point I had to kind of shut down and kind of reassess things, and ultimately things went on the track they went to, so I still have to shoot part of it. But I'm going to get it into the editing first, get my feel for everything, and reassess my notes and everything, and get myself shooting the end of it when I feel I'm ready to go for it and everything. So that's going to be coming up eventually. I don't know how soon I'll get that out, because it's going to be a very large video. It's going to have a lot of content, a lot of stuff to talk about, because again, it's almost a 3-hour long film. There's a lot of content, a lot of interesting subplots and all this type of stuff, a lot of acting performances, a lot of details to get into. So it's going to be one of my longer videos and everything, but it's going to be very well worth it, because Heat is a fantastic film in my opinion, and a lot of other people's opinion too. So there's a lot to get into, and this won't be the only Michael Mann film I am very much interested in getting to, because finally, of course, now that I have that Shout Factory Blu-ray for the last couple of months, I'll finally find the time to do Manhunter as a full-on review. It probably is just as in-depth as what the Heat review is going to be into, so that'll be interesting. But I might make something a little bit more kind of easier to get into in between that, like maybe like a little action flick or something like that in between the two things, to kind of give me a little bit of a breather, something a little lighter weight. They kind of go between things, because I don't want to do one huge video then jump into yet another one and take so much time to edit and have so much little content coming out. So Heat review will probably be coming roughly a week, I'd imagine, because like I said, there's a lot of stuff to edit and a little bit more to shoot, and you got a lot of other stuff going on that. So I've got a lot of days to work in the beginning of the week, so work around my schedule, and hopefully by the end of the week I'll get something done there. And me and my friend Steve Frazier are still doing the Elm Street commentary series. We recently posted the one for Dream Warriors, which I've got a lot of good comments on, a lot of thumbs up and everything. So if you guys have not checked out our commentary on Nightmare on Elm Street 3 Dream Warriors, we'd very much appreciate it, because personally I think it's probably the one we had the most to say about in depth and everything. So many interesting things, so much fandom and love to give to it. And this coming Friday, which apparently I didn't even realize it, it's actually Friday the 13th, we're probably actually going to be doing the, keep in mind to say review, we're probably going to be recording the commentary for The Dream Master, so that should be coming up probably next weekend or Monday or Tuesday or whatnot, as it goes up on Patreon and everything. If you guys want to hit it up early, you can get it up on Patreon and get that easily downloadable audio file for your mobile devices and everything to listen to it on the go, when you're at the gym, whatever you're doing, if you're stuck in traffic or on the train or something like that, or if you do just want to sit down and enjoy it with the film on your TV or whatnot, you can do that as well. So that'll be coming up in due time. So we're tentatively focusing on next Friday to be able to record that. And it should be very, very interesting stuff because we both do kind of like it, but we do have a lot of things to criticize the film on, so it'll be a very interesting discussion. I'm very much excited for it. And from there, we got some pretty bad Elm Street films and going up to New Nightmare, which will probably be our end point for the Elm Street series. We're not very interested in doing Freddy vs. Jason, and I don't think even if we did the remake, we'd have too much of a fun time about it. We'd have a lot of critical things to say about it, but anyway, we'll probably do that. And maybe we'll, like I mentioned before, maybe we'll do the Lethal Weapon films or something like that. I'll talk about Steve about that on Friday and see where we want to go after that. And I'll be seeing the guys in HEMI, hopefully, next Saturday night as they have a late gig at Livewire in Chicago. So I should be, hopefully, shooting video for them and getting that up on their channel on my Vimeo account. And hopefully talk with Trent and see if we can get some commentaries scheduled out with him, something like The Warriors or some Seagal films or whatnot. It'd be kind of cool because I like doing this because I did the last 2 years. I'm going to be doing the 2017 edition of my Blu-ray collection. So I was going to mention because I got a couple of Seagal films on Blu-ray and everything, so that'd be kind of cool if we can hook up, watch them on HD, like Above the Law, Under Siege, Marked for Death, whatnot. And so we'll see. We've been in kind of a rocky road the last couple of months and everything, trying to get things going on. But once we actually see each other in person, we'll probably have the energy to kind of engage more and get things on track and figure out where we're at this point in time to get things moving forward on any plans we want to do, any collaborations. So that's really what's going on right now. So the review of Heat will be the main thing I'll be working on, but I'll probably shoot, if near a break somewhere, or if I just don't feel like I have enough time to really kind of sit down and do editing and whatnot, I'll shoot the 2017 edition of my Blu-ray disc collection video and everything, because I kind of like doing that. And there's a couple other things I'd like to talk about, because I was the thing I did, I guess that, well, one, I was kind of like binge watching a bunch of Quantum Leap episodes on streaming and everything, but I had this inkling to just watch a whole bunch of Blade Runner lately, so I kind of want to talk a little Blade Runner in there when I talk about my collection. So it'd be kind of interesting thing to throw in the mix there, another thing to kind of fresh thing to comment on when I get to that film, and a bunch of other stuff, because I kind of like doing that, going through all the films, just kind of refreshing you guys, can see where things are going right now and all that kind of stuff. So that's kind of cool. And the last thing I got is I mentioned the last time with the Laserdisc that I was kind of interested in getting was the Last Seduction, because apparently the Laserdisc is supposed to have the widescreen edition, which is not available on any other format, but I have gotten 2 copies of this that both have this packaging with this banner on it, and both discs have been full frame versions. Full frame, open matte, whatever it is. I mean, technically, yeah, I could just zoom it in on the screen and just have the widescreen version, but I just felt like it's kind of cheating, you know? It's like, I mean, if you want widescreen, you want to have the proper version of the widescreen. If it is matted versus unmatted, you still just want the proper version of it. And just like, after this second time getting this one and seeing that it is also full frame, open matte type of thing, it's like, okay, I can't possibly believe that both sellers that I bought these off of both had the wrong disc in the widescreen sleeve. I can't possibly imagine that. So I think this is possibly some kind of manufacturer problem or whatnot, that they labeled it widescreen, but they didn't actually make the disc widescreen. I don't know. I'd have to try and track down some other people who actually own this disc and find out if it actually is widescreen. I've just had some double point of bad luck here. I don't know. The first one I did send back because I thought the guy had the wrong disc in the proper sleeve. Second time it happens, I just figure I'm not even going to bother trying to deal with it. I'm just going to hold on to it and do whatever I want with it. So that goes there and everything, because it's the fact that I already have. Technically, I have like a download of Last Seduction in full frame, so it's like I don't technically need another one. But whatever the case, fuck it. I'll just now at least have it legitimately on a proper format that I have a legitimate copy. I don't just have a download of it off of a torrent site or some shit. So there you go. Anyway, that's all I have. Also, I've been sick this whole time. I haven't gone out and really bought anything, for Christ's sake. So there's not much else to show. But I'll be showing, like I said, Blu-ray disc collection, because I did the last 2 years. I figure I'll make it an annual tradition, show you everything I got, to keep the whole collection updated for you guys. You can see what I have. I can talk about all the films and various other anecdotes about how I got the film, or whatever the case it is. Anything I have new to share with you guys about everything I have in my collection. So, I do have everything listed on like Blu-ray.com and everything. So, regardless to that, that's all I got. That's all I got. So I gotta get the editing heat, and I'll move on with some other stuff, and hopefully get the things rolling around here. So I don't want to be like last year, where I was like weeks and weeks not knowing what the hell to do to start off the year and everything, because I had like at the end of 2015 had such a mad rush to get so many different things done by certain deadlines that when 2016 hit, I just had no pressure. I had nothing driving me to get something done. So now I'm just like, I've got something already in the queue. There are things I want to get done. There are videos I want to shoot. We got the commentaries coming up, so everything's going to get right back on track. Get some new videos out for you guys, and that's basically all I got for now. And I'll see you guys around soon. Like I always say, you can hit me up on the social medias at RavensFilm, all that type of stuff, Twitter, Facebook, random stuff, Instagram. And just check it out, guys. I'll be back soon as I can. And thanks for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.